Hello, guys, and we are here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we're going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. Hopefully, we see you guys send out some awesome comments, messages into those streams, as we'll shoot you out some luck as you get after some great bingo right here in front of us.
Absolutely, as we can't wait for you guys to have a blast on out there trying to take home these great jackpot prizes for yourself. We want to highlight our lucky winners who were able to take away some of those great jackpot prizes just yesterday, as we were able to give out 5 different jackpot prizes just yesterday, making our total for the last 7 days 21 different jackpots to go out, and we officially hit a 400 total jackpot amount for this season 16.
Been a fantastic season so far, and it's great to see that we hit 400 jackpots so far in the season. As our first jackpot to go out yesterday went out to iWin over at American Legion Lake Crystal, taking home $2,500 in our first Pilot Payday matchup of the week. Congratulations to you, iWin.
Congratulations there, as we end up having a whopper of a jackpot go on out to Bubbles. They were playing over at Moose Lodge, Albert Lea. Well, they got to take home the biggest jackpot prize of yesterday. We had $28,272 going on out to Bubbles. Congratulations there.
Great win for you. As we then saw our third jackpot go out on that Wednesday to OK Win 2 over at HR Pesties. They took home $5,894 in a fantastic win.
Congratulations. The jackpots didn't stop there, as next up we had player over at the Chapel Cambridge taking home that $1,088. Congratulations going on out to player.
Yeah, that was in our Wild Wednesday action, some of that top dog action. Great job to you, player. We didn't stop with the jackpot prizes on that awesome Wednesday, as we gave out one final jackpot prize to Donner over at the Underground Bar and Grill, taking home $700. A top 3 reindeer out there getting the win.
Top 3.
Yeah, he is top 3 in my book.
Really?
Yeah, underrated. He's underrated. He's slept on as he's kind of in the middle of the rhyme, but Donner is up there ahead of Blitzen. I'm just gonna say it out there. Donner ahead of Blitzen. It's just I don't make the rules.
I disagree.
Well, whatever you think.
Yeah.
I wait. Who is the one that actually is like the leader before Rudolph in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Is it Donner?
Who was the leader?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
have
feel
no
like he
idea.
talks to Donner before it happens. But
It's been a
could be
really
wrong.
long time since I've watched
I need
a
to
Rudolph movie.
Yeah, I need to watch the OG Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with the stop motion animation, because then we'd be able to know a little bit more.
Absolutely. But congratulations going on out to Donner, player OK Win 2, Bubbles, and I win, all of our great jackpot winners from just yesterday.
Absolutely. As we are coming to a close of this game, as $12.70 is going out to Rich over at Willie McCoy's of Big Lake. Congratulations to you, Rich, taking home this awesome prize. As we now get enrolled into this next game, with that minor jackpot clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun there. Well, as we're talking about the magical reindeer, I actually, and on the magical being train, I just saw this really, really crazy trailer for this movie called I Killed a Unicorn. And it stars Jenna Ortega and William Poultier as the 2 kids in it. And you also got the parents played by... I'm trying to find it because yeah, I just saw the trailer for it. I hope it's real because Unicron. Death of a Unicorn.
Interesting.
That's what it's called. Death of a Unicorn. You have also Paul Rudd as well as
Tia Leone.
Tia Leone starring in this film looks absolutely insane. They accidentally run over a unicorn, and then they find all these like the body has the cure for like cancer, like the byproduct of the unicorn can like cure cancer and everything like that. But it leads to like this monstrous unicorn coming after them and trying to kill them all.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not heard anything about this.
It's supposed to come out next year. So we'll
Jenna Ortega is one of the producers on this.
Yeah, there you go.
It's an A24 film, if that helps make a little bit more sense.
That means the quality of it is at least going to be up there. It's they usually put together.
You know, we always talk about the lack of originality in today's cinema. A24, a company that spews original stuff.
They do. They keep it original. They don't make.
And they pump out movies all the time, and I quite enjoy all of them.
Absolutely. I actually want to see the Y2K flick that just came out a month ago or something like that, which is has a really fun cast in it.
Oh yeah, super fun stuff there. But as you can see, we are in this great game of Game Day Bingo, and if you guys want to stay up to date with Pilot games over the holiday season and into the new year, go and check out our Facebook page. All you have to do is head on over to Facebook, search up Pilot Games, and give us a like and follow. That way you can stay up to date and in the know with all of our weekly bingo schedules, our event details, seeing where those giant progressives have grown to, and even more there. We even have a link tree right at the top of our Facebook page, where if you go and click that, it's got direct links to all of our streaming platforms, pgl.world, and even all the locations around Minnesota that you guys can go and check out Pilot Games at. Guys, go and check out our Facebook page today.
Absolutely. But if you guys just want to know our daily bingo schedule, me and Jordy are about to run through it right here, as we get every day started off at noon with some game day bingo action running all the way till 1 p.m. Me and Jordy will actually be live during this time trying to give out this minor, major, and mega prize. Usually we're able to give out the minor jackpot at least 2 times during this 12 to 1 span. But at 1 o'clock we will then switch on over to the largest jackpot available today, as you'll have an opportunity at the Lucky 4 game at 1 o'clock with $81,858. A great opportunity.
Congratulations. Oh, yeah, it will be a lot of fun as we try and give out that awesome prize. As then from 1 all the way till 4 p.m., you get some more great game day bingo opportunities. Whatever these progressives have grown to, you get to pick right back up and continue playing. Then at 4 p.m., you'll get your second and final opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo for the day. If that over $81,000 does not go out at 1, you absolutely will want to be there at 4 p.m., as it'll be even higher, as it is still the largest jackpot prize we have on the line today for live bingo.
Absolutely, as that will lead you into our next live hosted shows. Me and Jordy will be back from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. Playing some more game day bingo action this Thursday night. Should be a great time, as we'll end off with a 6 p.m. matchup of Pilot Payday. Pilot Payday is only played on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so this is one of your only 3 chances this week to take home $2,500 on just a 10-cent card. It's a great game there, as that will lead you into more game day bingo that finishes off your night running from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. And that should be a fun end of your Thursday. We do like to interrupt that 6 to 10 game day bingo twice a week, but before we highlight those specialty nights, let's highlight our winner.
That's right, as Gina over at Scoop's Pub and Grill gets to take away that must-go prize. $7.60 is getting sent your way. Congratulations going out to you, Gina. Make sure to get enrolled into this next round. That minor jackpot will be closing in on $100, as it will be up at 56 balls or less, getting into this great game number 3. Stick around, continue to get enrolled as we aim to give out some more of these great prizes.
Should be a lot of fun. And as we get after it and enrolled into this game, we got some fun special nights we got to highlight, as just Tuesday night and Wednesday night we were getting after some of that PGL action.
That's right, as you guys can check out each and every Tuesday night at 6:40 p.m. our MegaSota game night that lets you guys jump into some great tournament-style games that'll award you some amazing jackpot prizes and some even better PGL points. There's even a grand finale game of Jackpot Jungle, your only chance each week in this amazing game to try and take home a jackpot prize over $33,000 that you guys can take home in 54 balls or less. Come on out each Tuesday night at 6:40 p.m. for MegaSota MegaSota game night.
Absolutely. You can also come out for those Wild Wednesdays at 7 p.m. every Wednesday. Me and Jordy were just there last night, having a lot of fun on that night, giving out some great prizes as we saw Player and Donner both get onto our jackpot list with great winnings that they took home in that Wild Wednesday opportunities. So it's always a lot of fun. Hopefully we see you guys out there for either of them.
Absolutely. We would love for you guys to come on out for all of the PGL action we have going on each week. But we have just about 25 seconds before we're getting into this great next game. With a minor jackpot already over $90, we'll have to see how high that prize will get. Just about 15 seconds now, as we will like to talk about some great national days that you guys can be out there celebrating wherever you're at. We kick it off with National Oatmeal Muffin Day, as we enjoy a delicious breakfast or snack on our National Oatmeal Muffin Day, as this is an excellent way to celebrate December 19th annually.
Absolutely. A good oatmeal muffin is a top-tier muffin right there. A pretty easy one to enjoy, as I feel like it's, it pairs well with a lot of different things.
Absolutely. It is a very tasty one on today, and it's great for meal prep. Not necessarily like a full cupcake-lined oatmeal muffin, but you can have oatmeal protein smaller muffin bites, and you can incorporate things like banana, flaxseed, chia, anything you want. You could even chuck in some blueberries or chocolate chips. Definitely a very tasty one on today to pack in a little bit of protein and nutrients.
Yeah, I got those whole grains in it as well. It's a very, very good muffin that you can make into a dessert, or you can make into just a fun, berry-filled
something to grab on the go.
Yeah, delicious little breakfast item as well. It's a very very good one to be able to highlight here on today. Classic oatmeal muffin. I can't say I reach for the oatmeal muffin all too often.
No, as your family was more of those granola dry oat protein balls in the morning that your mom would bake, correct?
That was more of a
Snack.
like a snack for us to she'd put it in our lunchbox, but it was more meant for that
After school.
Yeah,
or whatever.
right after school before we went into our whatever practice we were gonna go play at. For breakfast wise, we would lean more towards just we like the.
Just grab and go cereals.
Yeah, grab and go cereals and stuff.
Whatever,
but if I was going to go with
bar.
like a muffin or a baked good, it was going to be more probably a donut or
like a bagel.
Yeah, as we had a donut shop really close to us throughout most of my growing up. Or probably then the muffin side of things, it would be closer to like a poppy seed muffin,
Banana nut.
Yeah, those kinds of things. Just was rarely ever the oatmeal muffin. So
I completely agree. Whenever we were getting muffins, we were getting the giant double chocolate chip Costco muffins
for sure.
Nice event or a vacation morning. We all woke up together. I definitely agree with you. As something like this was made more of just a protein snack to have as a filler in my life. But any way you spin it, any time of the day you eat it, an oatmeal muffin can be made into such a variety of different things. So maybe try and fill those muffin tins with an oatmeal filled muffin on today.
Absolutely. As we come to the last few balls to drop in this game, with quite a few players 2 balls away, we expect them to close the gap quickly as we try and give out $8 on this must-go win. As let's see who's going to end up taking home this win right here, right now. I-29. No, it's going to be B1. That's our lucky ball to fall as El Jefe over at JD's Outpost Bar and Grill takes home $8. Congratulations to you in this third game of Game Day Bingo. As we now get enrolled into a fourth matchup, our minor jackpot will be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less.
Absolutely, and just a reminder, everybody out there having a blast playing pilot games, play under appropriate player names, or else we will not be highlighting your name as the winner. We'll just say player. So keep that in mind as you pick your screen names. We definitely want to have this be a safe and happy community for all, so choose appropriate player names.
Absolutely. Completely agree with that. We like to be able to highlight you guys as much as we can.
And thank you.
As we move on to our next National Day.
Next up, we have National Hard Candy Day. And this is a favorite of the young and old alike, as National Hard Candy Day falls on December 19th and helps recognize the sweet tooth in all of us.
Absolutely. There is a lot of great hard candies out there for you to enjoy.
Oh, yes.
From the classic Jolly Rancher that is enjoyed by many from young and old alike, to the Werther's hard candy that you can find on so many countertops of at least my grandparents, and I know Jordy's grandparents were always rocking with those, and the strawberry hard, butterscotch hard candies, those kinds of things were always on my grandparents' shelves.
Absolutely. This is a super tasty one on today. I think everyone can attest that there's at least one hard candy that is nostalgic for them. Super fun stuff on today. I gotta say, I loved hard candy for a large portion of my childhood, and then I really separated from it, and I went almost years without having any hard candy, and I've since dipped my toes back into the world of it, and I am better for it. I am such a fan of hard candy.
I gotta say, it's probably my least favorite way to consume a sweet.
Absolutely, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's okay. I would rather have so many other things than hard candy, if I'm being honest.
I would too, but I'm just speaking positively about it on today.
Yeah, I guess that is a good place to be at. I just can't get there. Jolly Rancher is the only one that I've really been like, oh, that is the hard candy I like. Maybe a sucker every once in a while I've enjoyed, especially the ones like as a kid that had like gum or a Tootsie Roll in the middle. Those were
Tootsie
always
Pops were my favorite suckers of all time.
Yeah, those were always super fun. But outside of that, yeah, hard candy just never exceedingly called to me, and so I never got too into it. But as someone who's just a big fan of candy in general, I mean, I still eat the hard candy if it's there available for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was always somebody that had a bag of mints and a bag of hard candy in my backpack in high school, as I just loved to just pop something in that wasn't gum necessarily.
A
It was
mint
like
is
something that
nice.
could like keep in for a while, you know? And so I used to have those white ring spearmint mints, and then
Lifesavers?
yes, I'd have the Lifesavers, and then I would have a bag of hard candy, whether it be Jolly Ranchers or otherwise. I loved that setup. It was like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I would always do trades, as I had a girlfriend that always brought goldfish.
And then you trade your hard candy or mints for a little goldfish action.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
It's
one.
a beautiful setup.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like the mints. Hard mints are ones that I
So
really
good.
enjoy. A good Altoid is super good.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan. I can't say that any of my immediate grandparents are super into hard candy, as a lot of them had veneers, braces, different fake teeth, and so they
Yeah.
can't really enjoy hard candy like that. But my great grandmother, I remember her so specifically always having butterscotch candies.
There it is.
Absolutely. And it made me love butterscotch. And I know everyone tends to stray from the butterscotch, but even in the like snack packs of pudding, I was like, yeah, I'll take the butterscotch.
Yeah, for those, yeah, I don't know many people that like butterscotch pudding, but I do know so
It's
many
just
people
sweet.
love the Werther's butterscotch candies.
Oh yeah, those
kind of
Werther's
thing.
caramels with the soft center, delicious.
Super good. Well, happy National Hard Candy Day. As we got players just 2 balls away in this game, we won't be able to give out this minor jackpot in this matchup, meaning that it will grow and roll into our game number 5. But let's see who takes home $10.60 right here, as we got quite a few players right there, 1 ball away.
Absolutely, as there it is. We have our winners as Timmy J at Winners in Cold Springs and the Hun over at Hollandale 3-1. They both get to split up $10.60. Congratulations on this must-go prize. Make sure to get enrolled into this next round, as that over $100 minor jackpot is going to be at 60 balls or less. Super exciting, as that gets a little bit more doable. Make sure to get enrolled into this next game.
Absolutely. Our final National Day we'll be highlighting on today today is National Regifting Day. Each year on Thursday before Christmas, people across the United States participate in National Regifting Day. The day acknowledges the office parties and unique Christmas gifts exchange that they do. This particular December, Thursday appears to be the most common day for companies to hold their annual employee company holiday parties.
Well, that is a super fun one on today, as we hope everyone can be out there a little bit. I think it used to be at least a little looked down upon if you re-gifted things that were given to you. And I don't necessarily see why it's a negative. Like, yes, it was picked out for you in mind, but if it's better suited for somebody else, I mean... It's finding a better home.
Yeah. I don't think you should re-gift things at like a party where the person who gifted it to you
have some decorum.
Yeah, like do it at a proper place, proper time. But
if you're going to like a separate party and it's a different white elephant fund, you can stick it in.
Yeah,
no harm, no foul.
Exactly,
but...
and especially if it's not something that's like a super thoughtful gift.
Yeah,
like if it's something super thoughtful, don't re-gift it.
It was picked out with you in mind.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's something that's something very simple, like a very basic mug or something like that, and you're like, okay, well,
soap and lotion set.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, okay, I'm gonna re-gift this kind of thing, and this is a day for re-gifting. So try it out on today. It's definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. I know that one year, as my family always has done a white elephant, one year it was a mandatory find a random item in your house to re-gift, and that was the fun of the whole entire thing, because everyone was scrambling around trying to find random things in their house that would be worthy of being able to get thrown into this whole entire gift exchange. And I thought it made for a lot of fun, because the kind of randomness that got put together there was really, really funny. I think I ended up grabbing together an entire, basically, Lego set. I looked up the instructions online. I printed out the instructions and then found every piece in our giant bin of Legos and regifted basically an entire Lego set to somebody. But I had to put in so much work to try and find all the Legos for the pieces to be able to make it.
That's a lot. That's dedication.
It was a good gift though. There was a lot of people that wanted it. It was one of the better gifts, I gotta say so myself.
Yeah, at my annual family Christmas get-togethers, we also do a white elephant, and there's usually a limit on how much to spend, but it is supposed to be new items that you think others would enjoy. And so throughout all of our years, there was constantly really great gifts. There was ones even with like just cash and lottery tickets stuffed in there, and then there'd be my Nana's gifts, as she brought usually around like 4 or 5 gifts just to put an extra for our white elephant in case somebody didn't brought one, a kid was whatever left out. And so she'd bring about 5 gifts to chuck into our white elephant fund. But instead of what you were supposed to do and actually pick out wanted gifts, new items, go out and buy with our $20 limit, she would pick items from around her home that she no longer wanted and could not get rid of. And I just remember like young cousins crying so hard about getting a wooden plank with a snowman on it that said "Let it snow" from the 90s.
Oh, absolutely.
And I had another little cousin start crying because he got gifted a half-used hand soap and lotion set. And he was like, this is such malarkey, like this can't happen. And I just remember the absolute tantrums that came, and my Nana would just be sitting on the couch giggling to herself, being like, I thought they were good ideas. We're like, you're full of it. You knew what you were doing.
That's so funny.
And she's like, well,
so funny.
I can't take it back. I brought the gifts.
That's so funny. We got Hun over at the Holiday 3-in-1 taking home our minor jackpot in this game. Congratulations to you. Taking home $131.42. Congratulations in this great game number 5 of Game Day Bingo. As we now get enrolled into a game number 6, there will be a double must-go prize in this game, as we already have $20.50 built up there. You guys are just going to be adding to it as you get enrolled into this next game.
Absolutely. Getting rolled into this next game, and happy National Regifting Day, as is a great one on today.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we keep on competing in these games, we do have a little Vikings news we can talk about, as they were able to secure their playoff spot before they even played on Monday night due to a Seattle loss to Green Bay. But
Oh, yeah.
what was good about the Monday night victory, as we beat the Chicago Bears 30-12, wasn't just beating our NFC North rival, but also tying Detroit for the #1 spot in the NFC North, as Detroit ended up losing to Buffalo earlier on Sunday. It was a great game, as we saw Justin Jefferson have 7 catches for 73 yards, among them a touchdown from Sam Darnold in the first quarter that was set up by a Jonathan Greenard sack and forced fumble on Caleb Williams. And that was kind of basically the epitome of the entire game. Our defense setting up great field position for our offense to be able to score with ease, and that's why we were able to dominate with a 30-12 win.
Absolutely, as we hope to keep the momentum up as we have a game happening on Sunday that is going to be going up against the Seahawks at 3:05 p.m. Should be some very exciting stuff. Make sure to come on out, as Ian will be coming live for the first half of that Vikings game. Should be some very exciting stuff. And if you guys want to show your support for our Minnesota Vikings, we happen to have teamed up with them for the amazing E-Tab game named Vikings Victory. You guys can play it wherever you play Pilot games, and even check out that Skull bonus round, where all you have to do is pick the lucky letter to end up taking home some huge prizes.
Absolutely. The lucky letter today is O.
We'll double down on O.
Oh, it's a double down kind of day. Wow. I don't know if we've ever double downed on a letter. So
No, usually I pick a different one out of spite.
Yeah, so we'll see. It should be fun. We'll see. Maybe what if it just becomes super unlucky because we double downed on it? Like
Don't pick O.
It's like 2 negatives make a positive, but the opposite way of that. We got just a few seconds before we are in this game. A great double Musco prize sitting at, let's see, $29.60. As you guys compete through Game Day Bingo, though, you're earning points towards the Game Day Bingo standings, as we'd like to highlight some great players that have been able to earn those points.
That's right, as jumping on into 10th place, we got 6'9" T-Bird over at the Lookout Bar and Grill with 101,000 points. 103,000 points for 9th place Mike over at the American Legion Brooklyn Center, while in 8th, Jer Bear at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill currently sits with 108,000 points. 116,000 for 7th place Fast Eddie over at Hiller's Last Call Liquor, while in 6th place we've got Yags 370 over at the Sidetrack with 119,000 points. 5th place is Viddy at the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, as they sit with 120,000 points. 124,000 points for 4th place Maggie at the Heartland University. 3rd place is Brother Day at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 191,000 points. 2nd place is Mimi at the L&M Bar with 218,000 points. And in 1st place, we have none other than Call Me Jen over at J.R. Mac. They currently sit with a whopping 441,000 points so far.
Great job to you, Call Me Jen, and all of those awesome players earning so many points while playing through these games. Now onto the location side of those standings. 10th place, we have the Old Piper in Blaine with 190,000 points. With 201,000 points in 9th place, we got Danny's Dugout, as the Lookout Bar and Grill sits in 8th place with 211,000 points. We have our 7th place location, the Sidetrack, with 250,000 points. With 261,000 points, we have 6th place, the Riverboat Depot, as VFW Spring Lake Park sits in 5th with 287,000 points. 4th place with 296,000 points, we have Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, as 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 315,000 points. 5,000 points ahead of them in 2nd place, we have the L&M Bar with 320,000 points as our #1 location with 533,000 Game Day Bingo points. It is none other than J.R. Mac.
Well, 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 congratulations to J.R. Mack, home of our first place player, Call Me Jen. We'll have to see if anyone else will be rivaling them. It doesn't look like it, as they have quite the sizable lead as we finish off this tail end of Season 16. But super exciting stuff. Make sure to come on out for every chance you can to take home these game day bingo points. We have a winner here, though, as getting to take home that Musco prize is Dana, over at the Mullies on Madison. They get to take home $29.60. Congratulations there.
A great win for you in this awesome game as we now continue to watch that minor prize click up as we get into a game number 7. But if you guys aren't getting enrolled into this game number 7, we'd love for you guys to check out our e-tabs. We have over 70 different Charitable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5. They also include exciting bonus and free play rounds as well. We'd love for you to check them out.
Absolutely, guys. Go and check out all of our different e-tab games we have to offer here. I will be highlighting a little bit of Diver Down.
Ooh.
It is an awesome e-tab game that you guys can go scuba on down and try and find some sunken treasures. It's a lot of fun as you try and take home those jackpot prizes. Go and check out Diver Down wherever you play Pilot games.
I'll be highlighting the Minnesota Twins themed e-tab game, Twins Win. It is a super fun one to play, especially as we are missing our Twins during this off season.
Yes.
As you could check out the great opportunities there, including the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick out the right lucky batter, you'll be taking home a Grand Slam prize. It's definitely one of my favorite, at least bonus rounds out of all those e-tabs. Home Run Derby, super fun.
Absolutely, guys. Go and check out all of our different e-tab games as you will find one you love, even if it's just because of the huge prizes that get sent your way while playing. Just about 25 seconds to get enrolled into this next matchup, and as we do so, we want to highlight a few movies released on today. Like how today in 1980, we've got the first movie on our list, Raging Bull.
Very interesting stuff, as this one follows a story of a middleweight boxer as he rises through the ranks to earn his first shot at the middleweight crown. He falls in love with a gorgeous girl from the Bronx. The inability to express his feelings enters into the ring and eventually takes over his life. He eventually is sent into a downward spiral that costs him everything. This is starring and directed by Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro as Jake LaMotta as the star character in Raging Bull. You also have Joe Pesci and other fantastic actors and actresses that come together in this really well-received work.
Absolutely. This is a great one. This is a sports action film, rated R back in 1980, so that says something. But yeah, great stuff. Love Robert De Niro as he's so young in this one.
Yeah, it definitely is a very different Robert De Niro than what we know as very much remember him as the, Robert De Niro he is now. But you then think back about him in Taxi Driver as well as Raging Bull, where he's a young gun in it. But it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, still has dark brunette hair.
Yeah, and then
Crazy.
I think about because I always imagine in the movie where what's it called? Grudge Match? Is that what it's called?
Maybe. I think there is a movie called Grudge Match.
Where Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone go into a boxing match, and I always think about it's the character from Raging Bull, and it's Rocky
Going up against each other.
In this 2013 boxing movie.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Well, Raging Bull coming out on today in 1980.
Absolutely. Just a few years later, in 1986, we have the fun classic Little Shop of Horrors. This is a musical horror PG-13 film starring Rick Moranis, Steve Martin, Ellen Greene, as well as other great Jim Belushi.
Miriam Marigold.
Yeah, there's a lot of big actors and actresses in this one. John Candy's in it. Very, very fun work.
I love this movie. I remember I was so caught off guard the first time I watched this, seeing Steve Martin's character.
Oh, yes.
In insane.
Is he the
He's
dentist in
the
this one?
sadistic dentist.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Very, very entertaining. I love Rick Moranis. I think he is awesome. His facial expressions that he makes are super entertaining. Yeah, I am a big fan of this.
Yeah, very, very cool. We do have I'm Here over at the roadside, taking home our Musco prize of $8.20 here. Congratulations to you, I Am Here, as we now get enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should continue to be a lot of fun here, as Little Shop of Horrors is actually an adaptation of an off-Broadway musical of the same name, composed by Alan Menken and written by Howard Ashman.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is super fun. This is something that I would love to see as a theatrical performance.
It would be so fun.
I love it.
The stage props would be so cool in that.
So fun. And I really love the movie as well, just in general. Ellen Green as Audrey. I mimic her voice quite often, especially that first year I watched this. I really had a hard time not talking like her.
I'm a big fan of this like time of Rick Moranis as well.
Oh, 100%.
Those late 80s works that he was putting
Oh
out
my
there
goodness,
to
the
early
best
90s.
phase.
You got Spaceballs, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Little Giants.
He was Barney Rubble in the Flintstones.
Yeah, he had so many really, really good works during that time.
No, he's not Barney Rubble. Who is he?
In the Flintstones,
Yeah.
he plays Barney Rubble.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you were right on the money. He looks
Cool.
so different because he's got blonde hair in it.
That was my first thing I ever watched him in.
Really? I gotta
Yes.
say, the first thing I ever saw him in was Little Giants. That was the first thing I ever saw. And I always found this one so fun because I think this is the one where they put the Alka-Seltzer tablets in their mouth and they like act like they have rabies to scare the opposing team.
That's
and
really funny.
And I always thought that was such a genius idea as a little kid. I was like that would totally psych out the other team.
That's so funny.
Well,
To be fair, I do think Brother Bear was the first movie I ever watched that had Rick Moranis credited on, but
yeah, it was a voice acting
the
role.
Flintstones was the live action one.
That's super fun. Well, a fun Rick Moranis starring work coming out on today in 1986.
What's your
Little Shop
favorite-
of Horrors.
What's your favorite Rick Moranis movie?
Oh, Spaceballs.
I was gonna say
It's
Yeah.
easy. That's that no hesitation right there. I do have a love
Darth
for.
Helmet is so good.
I do have a really big love for Honey I Shrunk the Kids
I've never
and
seen
Little
those.
Giants as well. Those two are
The concept of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids really scared me when I was young. And so
Really?
I've never watched any of those movies.
That's so funny. Yeah, I liked it a lot as a kid. I haven't watched Honey I Shrunk the Kids in forever, and Little Giants is one that I've watched at least in the last like 8 years or so, and I still really enjoyed it.
Well, it looks like I got a few Rick Moranis movies I gotta watch. But up next on our movie list, coming on out today in 1997, we've got The Titanic.
This one is huge, starring Kate Winslet, Leonardo DiCaprio as the main two love interests. You also got Billy Zane, Kathy Bates, Bill Paxton, Gloria Stewart, and other great actors and actresses in
I
this
got
work.
beef with Gloria Stewart.
Gloria Stewart. It's about a poor artist and a rich debutante meet and fall in love on the famously ill-fated maiden voyage of the unsinkable RMS Titanic in 1912.
Absolutely. This movie, like, rocked my world. I was probably, like, 6 or 7 when I watched this the first time, and I thought that this was so real. I thought Gloria Stewart, who plays the Elder Rose, I thought she was a real survivor off the Titanic. I was like fully convinced this was
That she was
a
Rose.
story of someone who survived the Titanic.
Yeah.
I had no idea that this was just a fictional love story.
Yeah, it's just based off of what happened with the Titanic.
Loose historical happenings with
Yeah,
the Titanic.
absolutely. It has one of the, greatest song in movies with My Heart Will Go On. That's got to be one of the best Celine Dion songs. And
this movie
huge.
probably has one of the most recreated couple poses ever.
oh, absolutely. I don't know many couples that haven't at least once done in some shape or
Yeah.
form the, what was it called? What did she say to Jack?
I don't know. I'm flying. I'm a bird. Something
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
something, yeah, like that. But it's a
No,
fun
the
one.
I'm a bird thing is from the Notebook. I don't know what she says here.
Yeah, I forget what it is. I forget what it is. I don't. I've only
The
watched the
only quote I
Titanic
know
like
is
three
"Don't let go,
times.
Jack."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's a. I remember the first time I watched it,
I was mad.
was so upset because I totally I wish they just would have made the board she was surviving on a little bit smaller, because if she did, it would have made more sense why she couldn't pull Jack up to be able to survive. So I was
We're gonna
frustrated.
put a pin in this real quick. We got Mike at the Sherwood Lounge game to take away this Musco prize. $10.20 going on out to you. Congratulations going on out to Mike. Nicely done there. We'll have that minor jackpot now at 58 balls or less getting into this next game. Stick around and continue to get enrolled. But we were talking about the Titanic and how the end scene in the water is very frustrating, as we all thought that Jack could fit. And honestly, even if they couldn't fully fit, I would be willing to lose my feet for the love of my life to survive. I'll keep the bottom half of my body in the water. Like,
Yeah.
we'd survive. Yeah, it would be a greater injury or like illness that we could contract from it.
But one doesn't. One gets a way better situation, even if it's legs are off. It's better than one of them being
not making it.
not making it. Yeah.
Right? Like I would make those sacrifices. I just didn't appreciate it, Rose. I didn't appreciate it at all.
Yeah.
And wasn't there an episode of Mythbusters that tried to debunk it? Did you watch that
I
episode?
don't think I watched that episode.
I didn't either, but I know that it happened, and so I'm very curious if Jack could have survived on that door.
Yeah, that would be funny. I'll see
Could
if
Jack survive the door? Let's see.
let's see. As the film from the Titanic, could the possibility of Jack surviving.
What was the outcome?
Okay, the outcome from Mythbusters, it's plausible that Jack and Rose could have survived if they had used Rose's life jacket to their
I forgot
advantage.
she had a life jacket on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not smart enough to be able to utilize it, but it's a really great movie. It's got some of the fun scenes. Them twirling around, dancing in the mess hall kind of area was so fun to watch, and I feel like just there's a lot of really really fun, iconic moments from that movie that just still everybody can imagine right when they hear the movie Titanic.
Absolutely. Titanic coming out on today in 1997. Up next in 2001, we've got The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
I think this is the first of the the Lord of the
Yes.
Rings movies, as you have Elijah Wood, Orlando Bloom, Kate Blanchett, Christopher Lee, so many other great actors and actresses coming together
yeah.
for this work.
Viggo Mortensen.
We've been highlighting a ton of Lord of the Rings movie as of late, as they've come out throughout history. I feel like
The last week and a half.
really this past week in
Yeah.
particular, we've highlighted at least 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies that have come out in history, and this is just one of those really great ones, as well as it starts the adventure of Frodo trying to get rid of that dastardly ring.
Absolutely. I want to watch this so bad right now. I am like fully, it's like been skyrocketed to the top of my list of movie franchises to watch all the way through, as I haven't watched the Hobbit movies and I haven't watched any of the Lord of the Ring movies in probably 15 years, and so I absolutely want to rewatch these soon.
For sure. It's definitely worth the watch. It's directed by Peter Jackson, who did all the Lord of the Rings, but he also did the 2005 King Kong, 1992 Brain Dead, and other fun works as well.
Oh, yes.
Very, very entertaining director, and is based off of a really, really well done book series as well. So, great one. I remember when the Hobbit movies were coming out, I read the book The Hobbit, and that was a super fun read. I haven't actually read the Lord
Would
of the
you
Rings
read
movies,
the Lord of
though.
the Rings books with me?
Maybe.
Because they're on my list of my physical TBR for 2025. This is an entire series that I absolutely need to read in the next year, and so I would absolutely love if I had some company to read along this.
Yeah, I probably could. I'd give it a shot for sure. I don't know if I would actually be able to,
Get through all of it.
they're pretty long books, but
Yeah.
maybe that's my way of getting back into reading is reading a little Lord of the Rings action.
Well, awesome stuff. Fellowship of the Ring coming out on today in 2001. We are one ball away from you guys taking home this prize here, so we'll wait and see who takes it home as Beppy over at the Don's Corner Bar takes home $11.90. Congratulations there. Stick around and get enrolled into this next game as we have that minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. Super exciting stuff as you guys continue to get enrolled. We have one final movie released on today, though, we'd love to highlight as on today in 2014, we have Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb.
I can't say that I even knew this one existed, but
When did this come out?
2014.
I don't think I knew this existed either.
Yeah.
I knew they had made an animated TV show on Disney about it, but I didn't know that they had made another movie.
Yeah, this one has Rebel Wilson in it, as well as you got the
Robin Williams
classics.
is in this one?
Robin Williams is in every single Night at the Museum.
I wasn't sure what year he passed away.
Oh, yeah, that could change. Yeah, not sure. But Ben Stiller, Robin Williams, Dan Stevens, Rami Malek, Owen Wilson, Steve Coogan, Ben Kingsley, Ricky Gervais. Lots of really, really good actors and actresses come together in this one. As I knew there was a third one, which is the animated series. The animated series came out in 2021. So this is the third in the movie franchise. I do think I remember this one coming out now that I'm thinking of the third one to come out. I don't know if I ever watched it, and if I did watch it, it might have been one time, and I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I definitely did not watch this one.
Yeah, I really liked both of the first two, Night at the Museum and Night at the and Battle at the Smithsonian. I thought both of those were really, really entertaining works. I even probably enjoyed Battle at the Smithsonian better than I enjoyed the original Night at the Museum. But I don't know why the third one never called to me. Maybe it was just too big of a break in between, about 5-year break between Battle at the Smithsonian and Secret Tomb coming out.
Well, that is super fun. Secret of the Tomb coming out on today in 2014. I know Ian and I will absolutely be watching this as it brings back almost the entirety of the original cast plus extra new characters that we get to see. And so that is super fun stuff. So we'll have to see where we can watch it on so we can maybe add this to our list of our completed trilogy at Night at the Museum.
Absolutely. Some people say it's not worth the watch, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes down. But fun movies released on today that are definitely worth a watch, like Raging Bull, Little Shop of Horrors, Titanic, and the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I mean, those are 4 excellent films that have come out. All of them, I think, above 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, so very highly well received. And then we got the nice Night at the Museum Secret Tomb also added into this list.
A little palate cleanser at the end.
There you go. A little turn your brain off type work. Definitely some good stuff there in our movies released on today.
Absolutely. We are about 12 balls away from trying to see who will be taking home the prize here in this great round of Game Day Bingo. But as you can see behind us, we have the Wild logo. So let's get a little wild and talk about our Minnesota Wild, who are 28-4 on the season. As the Carolina Panthers beat Minnesota Wild 6-1 on Wednesday
Florida
night.
Panthers. Not
Did I
the
say Carolina Panthers?
Yeah,
Is that football?
That's NFL. That's NFL.
I've been talking about mainly only football with Ian.
Broadcaster Nikki's favorite football team, right there.
I did know that.
Yeah, she loves the Carolina Panthers. Grew up in Carolina, but we got.
I'll let him take it.
The Florida Panthers beat the Minnesota Wild 6-1 on Wednesday night. A tough loss. Marco Rossi did score his 12th goal of the season for Minnesota, as he's been playing really good, as he has 5 goals in 9 games since joining the top line with Kirill Kaprizov due to an unfortunate injury to Joel Eriksson Ek. Wild goalie Marc-Andre Fleury made 27 shots, stopped 27 shots, while making his 1,004th career start, surpassing Patrick Roy for third all-time. Only Matt Bordeaux who has a 1,251 starts, and Robert Lungo, who has 1,014 starts, have more than him. So I think he'll be able to pass up Roberto at some point this season.
Absolutely. We are super excited for our Wild as we go up against the Utah Hockey Club yet again. It'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Should be some really exciting stuff. Make sure you get ready to show your support and go and do so by playing the great ETAB game, Let's Go Wild. You guys can play it wherever you play Pilot games, and even check out that Slapshot bonus round to take home some trophy prizes.
We do have a great prize going out here, as Mikey Mike over at the Old Piper in Blaine is taking home $19 in this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 11, as we only have this game and the following game to try and give out this minor prize while me and Jordy are live with you guys. With it clicking up to 62 balls or less, I know I'm feeling like we can give it out here in this upcoming game. So do not miss out. Just a minute and 40 seconds for you guys to get enrolled. As you guys get enrolled, we do have some more great action to talk about.
That's right, like our PGL action. We would love for you guys to head on over to pgl.world and sign on up to become a member of the Pilot Gambling League. You guys can take those PGL points that happen on our specialty nights once you're a member, but not just that, you get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter that it gets sent out to the email you choose to go and sign up with. We love seeing everybody go and sign up at pgl.world, so go ahead and head on over there today.
Absolutely. Some players that have already been signed up and earning points throughout this season start off in 10th place. Just got moved it back from 7th place this past week is Jim P. over the Third Crossing Bar and Grill with 1,454,215 points. Moving up from 10th into 9th place, we got Radar over the Third Crossing Bar and Grill with 1,460,510 points. As Mad Dog also moved up in the standings into 8th place, formerly in 9th, as they play over at VFW East St. Cloud with 1,490,920 points. With 1,495,535 points in 7th place, getting pushed back from 6th, we have Drumsky at the Underground Bar and Grill. Getting pushed back from 5th into 6th, we have Rakuda over at Devo Sand Bar with 1,537,920 points. Also getting pushed back from 4th into 5th, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,567,124 points. As our 4th place player got pushed back from 3rd, and that's Nelly over at Brian's Bar and Grill, as they sit with 1,671,960 points. Playing over at the Wheelhouse with 1,706,480 points, formerly in 2nd place, now in 3rd, we have Bassy Blings. As our number 1 player is no longer the number 1 player, as they now sit in 2nd place. Hermie over the Underground Bar and Grill sits with 2,149,115 points. Hermie's been able to hold on to that 1st place spot all season long. Shocking to see them get replaced by a player that came from outside of our standings. If I had to guess, they just signed up at pgl.world, which was able to then get them all the points that they've been able to earn throughout this season, as they finally get recognized as the number 1 PGL player they are. Shauna over at the Bar and Grill sits with 2,272,875 points.
Whew, good job to Shauna. Welcome into our top 10s all the way to that 1st place spot. Congratulations there. We'll have to see how Hermie reacts.
Yeah.
On to locations, though. After this past week, into 10th place from Unranked, we have the Club New Yorker of the Green Isle, as they now sit with 1,736,840 points. Also from Unranked into 9th place, we've got Malone's Bar and Grill of Maple Grove. They now sit with 1,761,264 points. 8th place, we have the Wheelhouse of Anoka with 1,780,205 points. While with 1,808,485 points, in 7th place, it's the Devo Sandbar in Gilbert. Sixth place is Brian's Bar and Grill of Stillwater, as they currently sit with 1,952,425 points. Fifth place is the Blue Bricks Mankato, as they have 1,969,365 points. Fourth place, it's the Boulevard Bar and Grill of Coon Rapids. They now sit with 2,269,195 points. Coming on in from unranked all the way to third place, we have the Bar and Grill in Racine. They now currently sit with 2,272,875 points. Getting pushed back from first into second, it was the Third Crossing Bar and Grill in Frazee with 2,914,725 points. And taken on over first place from second, it was the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato. They sit with a whopping 4,699,685 points. Wowee.
What a huge spot there. Must have been a great player that moved over to that location. We do have our winner here as Rob over at VFW Shakopee. Takes home $30 on our great must-go win. Shocking that we weren't able to give out that minor prize at 62 balls or less, but now it adds to the excitement heading into this final game that me and Jordy will be live with you guys for, as this prize clicks up to 64 balls or less, and that's going to quickly grow as we get enrolled into this action right here. 1 minute and 30 seconds to do so. I know we're excited to hopefully give out a prize here. But as you guys have fun trying to take home prizes, I would like to remind you that when playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces, and if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share your pics, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We cannot wait for all the fun moments that you guys capture.
Absolutely. You can see some great examples right to the side of me. So make sure you guys snap those player photos and send them our way. Just under a minute to get enrolled into this great game day bingo prize. This will be the final game Ian and I are on air with you guys for, as we have over $166 on that minor jackpot at 64 balls or less. Super doable getting into this next game. You'll absolutely want to be a part of it.
Absolutely. We got a big Timberwolves game coming up tonight, 8:30 p.m. A little reminder for you guys, as we are having the rematch between Karl Anthony Towns with the Timberwolves and Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo versus the New York Knicks. It should be a fun after that blockbuster trade. I don't think there's a ton of ill will between us and Karl Anthony Towns, but I know there's at least a little bit of ill will between Dante DiVincenzo and the New York Knicks. So I'm excited to see how that all goes down. 8:30 p.m. tonight. Should be a great Timberwolves game.
Absolutely. Make sure to come on out and show your support for that awesome game. But we would love to highlight some celebrities who just happen to be born on today as well. So if you're celebrating your birthday out there today, happy birthday out to you. We hope you have a great one. And maybe you know some of these celebrities you happen to share your birthday with.
Absolutely. We'll only get a chance to highlight a few. So I'm going to highlight some of my favorites, as we have the Basketball Hall of Fame forward.
A lot of athletes
Kevin McHale, 1957, a absolute legend when it comes to the Boston Celtics. He was born in Hibbing, Minnesota, and actually coached the Timberwolves for a bit, as well as the Houston Rockets. Great one to be able to highlight there. We also have Reggie White, the American College Pro Football Hall of Fame defensive end, one of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. Just stunk that he had to play for the Green Bay Packers. Boo. But one of the greatest of all time to do it.
Absolutely. Happy birthday to Reggie White. In 1973, we have Alyssa Milano. She is the American actress from Who's the Boss, Charmed. She's in Little Italy. She's in so many different shows and movies throughout the years, as well as you guys might know her from the U.S. Humane Society commercials.
Yeah, there you go. Last celebrity we'll highlight is the 1972, also born on today, Warren Sapp, the American Pro Football Hall of Fame defensive tackle, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Oakland Raiders, one of the great defensive tackles to step into the league. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight there. Also, we got Jake Gyllenhaal born on today in 1980. So, lots of fun celebrities that we'll talk more about during our awesome happy hour action, which will be coming to you guys live from 4 all the way to about 6 p.m. tonight. We'll be having a lot of fun there as we get after it.
Absolutely, but if you guys didn't know, on today in 1980, the song 9 to 5 starring Dolly Parton was featured as the classic theme song by the singer who, as it opens in theaters. Parton in her first acting role alongside Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda as disgruntled secretaries who get even with their sexist boss.
Yeah, 9 to 5, the movie came out on today, as the theme song was obviously the song that was so popular. Obviously, Titanic, super fun one, as My Heart Will Go On is obviously a huge one in music history, as Titanic came out on today in 1997, as we already mentioned. We do have our winner here, though.
JMH at the Trails Grill and Sports Bar takes away $168.16. Nicely done going on out to JMH, taking home this final minor jackpot. Stick around and get enrolled in a little Lucky 4 bingo, but before we let you loose, we have a very important player we need to highlight.
Bob Track 6 over at Eagles Mankato took home $58,000 this past weekend. And over at the Eagles Mankato, they support the Eagles Area 269 Mankato. Their mission is to improve the Mankato area through charity and social effort for members and non-members alike. Very cool stuff, and a reminder that when you play Pilot games, your community wins.